Show me. That's just me being silly. It's a midlife stuff. You can get it if you're not almost 50. But today we're not here to talk about why I had a yogurt on my head and why I'm shopping at Walmart with my son, a Chihuahua, and Lebowski, my conure. Now we're here today to talk about the IKEA bed with Skorva beams and Luröy Slatted. Yeah, ready? So I have a low roof. As you know, my van is a E150. So I wanted a mounted bed. If you have a higher top, don't go with my measurement. Because I wanted to be able to sit on the bed, I put my bed quite low, but high enough so I can put some stuff underneath the drawer here where I have my bed sheet and everything, and on the other side my tent or my whatever I find. So you can go with my measurement if you have a low roof, that will be perfect. If you have a high top or medium, try to adjust. And before you start measuring, do not forget that you will have a bed. If you go with an 8 or 10 inches bed, add this into your measurement. Because I've seen many YouTubers and they're like, oh my gosh, I put my bed too low because I was counting from the beams instead of counting from the bed, the mattress. So don't forget, mine is an 8 inches thick. So thick enough. So I really wanted this IKEA bed instead of building a frame of plywood because I'm super worried about the mold. So I don't have an IKEA close to where I live, but I did the drive anyway because those beams right there, let me show you, they cost only 15, sorry for the noise, $15. And you need for a twin bed, I have a twin bed here, you need 3. Only 3. When you buy those beams, Skorva beams, you're not buying the complete bed. Because you're not buying the complete bed, IKEA is not going to give you the brackets. And guess what? It's mounted. You need the brackets. But I'm going to share in the links below the link to get the brackets on Amazon. If you get lucky enough and you go to the service IKEA, where you get the small parts, sometimes they might give you some, but not always. I tried 3 times and they're like, no, because I'm not buying the complete frame. I had to buy those brackets at Amazon. Oh my gosh, she's like making noise. So once you have your brackets, your 3 beams, you're ready to build. And I went with the Luröy, but at this point, I'm so worried about mold that I think I'm going to get rid of those Luröy Slatted, and I'm just going to add 2 metal beams in the middle. So I have to go back to IKEA and I have to buy more brackets. The beams you can extend the beams. So it doesn't matter how wide it is, you will be able to adjust depending on the size of the bed. But if you go with a twin, they're all the same size. I didn't want to edit this video and someone called me. I was telling you that those beams, you can expand it the way you want. And do you see this part here? Here? Yes. That part here goes directly on the brackets. And these are basically heavy enough that you can just like sleep on it. That's why I'm thinking about removing my Luröy slat and add more. So I'm preventing mold. This is how it goes. And I show you. And you repeat. You can just like drill the brackets directly into the frame. And I have seen this on one video and that was great. On my van, I could not because it's really not straight. I think if you have a ProMaster, you can. And that's okay to just drill in your van, you know, that's okay. There is something else that I want to share with you. When you install the beams, if your driveway is steep, it's gonna look like it's not flat. Yes, it is. It looks like this because the driveway is not flat. So try to make sure that it's flat and try to work on a flat level. Right now I'm in North Carolina, I'm in the mountains, so it's very steep, but I did install everything when I was in Florida, so I know this is flat. The Luröy, when you buy them, you buy actually two. So I think you're supposed to, if you want a queen bed, you just put two of them and you just put them together. If you want a twin bed, you're gonna have the right size right away. I went with a twin because it's just my son and I. So what it is, you know by now if you have a van that nothing is straight, nothing is rectangular, nothing is parallel. So when you install those, you're gonna see at the end, they won't be straight. You're gonna have to cheat, and let me show you. The last one might go like this if you don't have, you see, because it's missing 1 or 2 inches. It doesn't matter. You're gonna be fine anyway. I've seen some YouTubers securing this. You can drill this into the beams or you can let them float. Personally, I let them float and I'm not very heavy. I'm like 125, something like that. But once you put the mattress on top of it, it is not moving. The slats, the Luröy slats are a little bit curved, as you can see. It's not flat. I remove my hand. And it will support your back like very well. That's one thing that I love about the Luröy. That's it's curved, so it's very nice and very comfortable. You're gonna sleep like a baby. I should not say sleep like a baby because I've had 4 kids and babies don't sleep, but whatever. Once you have that, you're ready to add your mattress and go on an adventure. Now that you're here in my van and we're an authentic channel, let me show you all the mess, all my mess under my bed and why you want to measure everything. Let's talk measurement. So mine is, my beams are 10 and a half inches, so not much. Now you have to measure the distance between each bracket. The first bracket, the brackets, because you have brackets, one on each side. You don't want them too close to the doors because you won't be able to open the doors. If you have to pass your hands behind the mattress to open the door, you want to make sure that you leave a little gap. And you can set the brackets about 1 foot apart. So you start from the middle here, there is a little hole, and you measure and you put your bracket every 12 to 13 inches. That's fine. It means that this will hang over, and again, this is fine because once the mattress is on it and once you sleep on it, this is perfect. So 12 to 13 inches apart, as long as you leave let's say 3-4 inches gap from the door to the first bracket, so you're not stuck and you can easily open the back doors using your hands. Because if the first brackets are too close to the door, you won't be able to get out of the bed, because once the mattress is on top of your frame, you will reach the handle. Right now it feels like you can open the doors easily, but don't forget that you're going to be adding 8 or 10 inches with the mattress. So you want to make sure that the first bracket is 3-4 inches away from the back door, so you always have room to put your hand and open the door. Now from the inside, this is how it looks like. And you've seen that on my previous video. You know that I have been using this old drawer that I found at the curb. And I like it. My son broke the security here, but it's okay. I have more. And underneath, on the other way, I have a bunch of stuff. So you see, this is longer than the beams. And I like it this way. And once you put the mattress, I promise you it is safe. And this is how it looks like with the complete bed. Now you're ready to go. You have a very cheap installation. It was very easy to make, and you're ready to go on an adventure, as long as you're always barefoot.